Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. There's the Blazer. Hopping her off with antifreeze, make sure she's not running dry or anything like that. Since I did that gasket, now I got an a check engine soon light on, so yeah, look at that. God dang, man, I hope this thing gets fixed. It would be a shame to let something with this. It's clean, man, and there's no miles on it. I hope I can fix it. I don't know what that thing is about. I'm going to drive her down to O'Reilly's, pick up some oil, pick up an oil filter, and do the oil change. And while I'm down there, I'm going to have them hook it up to a scan tool and see what that code's about. Welcome back, everybody. It's a whole nother day. We already have the car, or the Blazer, jacked up. We're going to do a oil change. And after that, we have to pull the distributor out and get it back in time because it is out of time from doing the intake gasket. And that's why the service engine soon light is on. And once we get it back in time, that should go away and it should idle and run a lot better. We have to remove this intake, this cold air intake, and the throttle body and all that to be able to get to the distributor. And then we have to make sure that the number one cylinder or number one piston is at top dead center, and see where the rotor button, or where the button or rotor, we got to see where it's pointing, and that'll tell us if it's in time or out of time. I am 100% certain that it is out of time, because when I pulled that distributor out, I took the gear at the bottom of the distributor and started playing with it. So I know it's out of time for a fact. I hope we didn't. I don't think you can screw anything up. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a professional by any means, but I am learning, and we're learning together. So here's our setup. We're using a 15 millimeter socket, and we got we got a little like wash bucket thing. My oil pan is frozen inside of my shed, and I can't get my shed open because it's all locked up. There she is. She is awfully milky. I think what happened was when I pulled the intake off, we had some coolant mixed in with the oil when the as the intake was getting off of there. We had coolant. Here we have to take off this the top part of the intake, because when I put it all back together, I forgot to put the air filter back on. So you can pull this whole assembly out in one piece, but we're going to, like I just said, separate the two. And then obviously the throttle body and the tube and the top plastic piece that goes over the carburetor, all that has to come off, so that way we can have better access to the distributor. And oh, and by the way, this is my little brother. Wave to the people, Sam.
Hello, everybody.
All right. And we are waiting for the oil to drain. We're going to give it a couple minutes to see where where it sits at on the dipstick. The internet says that it takes 4.5 quarts of oil, and we already put 4 in, but we're going to just sit and wait and see where it's at. And if it needs the other half, we'll definitely put it in. If it needs more, we'll definitely put it in. But while we're waiting on that, I wanted to show you guys where that the number one cylinder spark plug wire leads to. And we followed it back from the distributor right there. We followed it down into where that extension you see is sitting out of. There is a spark plug socket on the other end of that, and we're about to pull that out and get it going. Quick update. One of the plugs wasn't plugged into the distributor, so we are thinking that was the reason. But we went ahead and we just got back from O'Reilly's, and I didn't even go in. Like, the car is just idling so rough now, and I turned it off at O'Reilly's, and I went to turn it back on, and it just just listen to it. Listen to her try to start up. not good. No bueno. So I don't know what the frick is going on with her. So we got back from O'Reilly's, and I didn't even have them hook it up to a scan tool. I don't know if I told you that. I don't know how I'm going to edit this. I already filmed the outro, or whatever you want to call it, and I was going to give up on it for today and just call it quits, because we're getting close to the weekend and I got to go to work soon. So I just can't let it go, though. Maybe it's out of time 180 degrees. So my dad's buddy, he works on Chevys like exclusively, like these carbureted engines and stuff, and he says that these engines will run if they're out of time 180 degrees. So what I'm going to do is pop that distributor off, rotate the time 180 degrees if I can. So yeah, let's get to work. So as you saw in the time lapse, I did get it started and I took it on a little test drive. My little brother didn't have the #1 spark plug wire on the spark plug. I think he had it wedged in between the plug and part of the like a heat shroud. And I double checked it and everything, and I thought it was on there too. But when I went to pull it off to get the plug out to be able to get the engine at top dead center, the plug wire just came, like, it just popped right off. So I was like, that was a little too easy. So I went ahead and plugged it on to the plug correctly this time, and it idles a lot better. It still acts like it has a miss though, and I think that and call it quits. Real quick, let's do a quick tour of the office now. So I've decided to start hanging up flags in my office because it was really plain, and I want it to be more welcoming. So I got an American flag right behind my desk, and I got a Mugen racing flag right there. I'm going to do something about this door. I'm going to cover it up with this sheet of ply drywall, so that way you don't see all that nasty. But yeah, if you see the video and it's not, years later, drop some tips and hints down in the comments on how I should decorate this place. I definitely want to get some more like flags. I want to get like a Nismo flag, maybe like, I don't know, but I definitely know I want a Nismo flag. So yeah, give me tips or any ideas you got, and if I like them, I'll do them. I do want to paint. So I painted, when I got this place, I painted the office. I painted the ceiling, I painted the walls. I boarded this up with that piece of drywall. I painted everything except for this little corner over here. This AIDS infested corner right here. That's what it all looked like. But I want to paint it again with better paint, and then come up about 5 foot off of the ground with gray and do the bottom of the wall in gray, and then have my flags and whatever hung up, my license. And then I want to paint in here too, so maybe even get this wall rebuilt. The landlord did that years and years and years ago. So maybe get that wall rebuilt and a door put on, so that way people can't just come into the work area when I'm selling cars. I want to get this bathroom moved into the other room and turn this little shelf thing here right there back into a door. So that way, that would be the entrance into the bathroom. And then what else? Oh, I want to paint in here. I want to add, they got these this black and white plastic. So one side of the plastic is white and one side of the plastic is black, and I want to get some of that and hang it on the ceiling and with the white side down instead of painting all of that. And plus that'll help keep in heat in the winter time. So I'll hang that, and then I want to get some more of these lights. These are, I think, 6-foot fluorescent lights, or maybe even LEDs, but I want the long ones, and I want 4 long ways down the bays. So every 4th beam would have one of these lights going long ways. So it'd be plenty bright enough. And like I said, paint, I'll do it all in white, and maybe even do the gray up to a certain point, and then hang up some banners in here, like some Goodyear banners or TN or anything like that. If you like I said before, if you have any tips, throw them down in the comments and I'll be sure to check them out. But I want to spruce this place up a little bit and make it more presentable for customers, because I am definitely going to be doing more business. I'm going to spend every single dime of my taxes on cars, so that way I can sell them all and make lots of money, and it's just going to be a big giant boost of cash flow for my business that I desperately need right now. So that's that. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.